Rizzoli Isles, congratulations. This is one of the biggest crime shows on television. It's highly rated. People love this. And now you're in trouble because you shot he was a bad man, but he was your friend. But it's Maura Isles, and it's
well,
it's her father, Angie. Are you going to survive the friendship?
The thing that I love about this season is if you've ever had a fight with someone that you love or that means a lot to you, you know that there's so many things that go into those fights. There's
Every
feelings
morning on the show.
That's true. And I love that. I mean, obviously, they come back together at some point, but it's not. We just button it up at the end and everybody's happy again. I mean, they took some time. They drug it out, and it's sort of like real life is. I mean, you don't just fight with your friend and the next day look at him and go, "I love you so much, I'm sorry." It takes some time to come back together.
But she's not had the best relationship with this man. I mean, when her mom got hit by that car, she sent him to get out. You're not my father. And now
and
she's
that's why Jane's like, "Oh, now he's your father." Oh, hang on a second, wait a minute. But also, I mean, let's not forget if I may stick it. Is that a 31 jersey? Look at you. That's great. All right. That's great. Can I borrow that? Fantastic. No, but I will say, in standing up for Jane, I mean, she's a homicide detective, and here's the kingpin of the Irish mob who's shot the man that she happens to be sleeping with, and a federal agent, and and has put them all in danger. So, no, in that situation, a homicide detective would not hesitate in one moment. Absolutely. When there are two guns pointed at each other, it's whoever gets the shot off first.
Can I ask you a mommy question?
Yes,
because this is something we discuss all the time, and that is, the job and the guilt and the children. And I'm looking at the rocks, the wedding band and the engagement band and so on. So you work in Los Angeles. That's where the show is shot. And your husband, your three daughters, ages 3 to 8, and your husband live in North Carolina. Now, how does that work? First of all, how'd you have 3 children when you're there? But that's a different story. How do you work this out?
It's really, we shoot for 6 months, so I have the first month and a half from March until early June or late May by myself. Then they come out for the summer, and so I have them for 3 months with me, and then it's another month by myself. You mean you don't see your children? This season, and thank you very much. Thank you. I'm now been given some time off, so I can fly home for weekends now, and I now have like a 3-day weekend or something like that. Great. But before I didn't have a scene off. So it was harder the first 2 seasons. Now we're at season 3. And
so is your husband okay with this, or are you renewing your vows?
Like the cows?
I hope so.
Cows and vows. No, we're good, and it's a balance, because when I work, he doesn't work. When he works, I don't work. So they always have like a steady presence in their lives.
That's how Angelina and Brett do it.
That's
I was watching her last
just
night.
like them.
You're exactly. Let me ask you something about Lorraine Bracco, because she's a very good friend of mine.
Yes,
Lorraine.
and she said to tell you all hello, by the way.
We love her on the show.
She sends her best, like hello to everyone.
She's playing a matchmaker, I understand. She plays. She's your mother, but she's a matchmaker. How does she do? Does she get you a guy or what?
I will say this, for the fans of the show, Jane is going through the ringer in matters of the heart. And there's a really, really touching story that comes up. And of course, she just gets right in the middle of everything. I mean, she's just like a mother does. Yes, exactly. She's my Italian mother that just will not butt out. And she gets in there, but I have to say, I mean, it's all in this very loving, kind, sweet way. And she brings Jane and someone else together, and it's very, very sweet. And I will say that these situations that are coming at Jane, they're not easy. And Jane actually handles them probably a lot better than I would.
I would say, like a hero.